Hello Leo, welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm Stephanie. This over here is Blazer the Morky, and we are here with your September monthly reading. Today I'm going to be laying out a Celtic cross spread, and then at the end of the reading we'll pull an oracle card for the Leo collective. Do keep in mind these are general readings, so take only what resonates and leave the rest. If you are interested in a personal reading, I have links in the description below, along with links for donations if you'd like to help me grow, and also links to social media if you're over on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Creators on the Crest. Check it out, get connected. You can also watch your sun, moon, rising, and north node. So if this one doesn't resonate, try a different reading with another placement. Sometimes there are hidden gems in the other placement areas of our chart. And so you can check that out. So unfortunately, we're no longer in Leo season. So I'm not dressed like the lion or lioness, king or queen. I have the little tiara here for Virgo the Virgin. So we're having a little fun. I always like to have fun with my monthly readings and do a little dress up. The readings are very serious, but we like to keep it light with a little costume fun. Why not, right? So happy birthday to our Virgos. And also you might want to look in your chart. I got an itchy nose, Leo. You're coming in with the itchy nose. None of the other signs have yet. You're like, get on with my reading. But you might want to check in your chart where you have some Virgo and take a look at that reading as well. Okay. The lion still wishes to speak as loudly as he or she did in her season. Leo, right now, some big changes going on for you. Changes related to your fate, your destiny, big things for you. You might be in a cycle of great change, maybe even triggered or inspired by your recent season. Challenging you right now is the Ten of Swords. I think you're either experiencing a painful ending to something. Now, this could be even someone has passed away, you have lost someone close to you, you're going through the phases of grief, you have maybe ended a cycle in relationships or ended a relationship, and you are, what's really interesting here is I see you as the porcupine. And seeing a lion as a porcupine, I know is a big stretch, but you're looking to protect yourself here, and it's a little challenging. Somebody might be kind of slinging shade or dirt your way. You're not having that. You definitely don't have it for any of your loved ones, but I feel like they're slinging it directly at you, and you may be a little defensive or a bit defensive right now. In your needed focus is you, the Strength card. This is where you are allowing yourself to see yourself as that strong lion, but also that gentle protector of your own pack, your own pride, right? You have got the strength to keep it all together. You've got discipline, but also in this Strength card, the gentle aspect that I'm feeling is devotion. You're very devoted to those you care about. So if you're grieving and others are grieving around you, there's this massive change going on. You are very devoted to being strong for yourself and for them. In the past, you have the Lovers here. So for some of you, this is definitely a partnership or commitment that has come to an end. For others of you, it could be you're switching gears, you're pivoting. Maybe your passion in life was one thing and you kind of outgrew it, or you moved on to something else. So you're making a pivot. So if it's not relationship-wise, it could be work-wise. It could be also something to do with I'm getting taking on of a more adventurous spirit. So maybe doing some more traveling or doing something that presses your adventure button a little bit. Kind of getting yourself out and doing something different. We'll have to clarify. These are interesting energies for you, Leo. In the future position, you get the Seven of Cups. I like this. This is choices, possibilities opening, especially coming out of a cycle of grief or just powerful change that kind of rocks your world. It's nice to have choices. It's nice to see that you can overcome confusion, that you can actually have some possibility open up to you here, and it looks like that's coming forward in your future. And then in your place of power, your power position or your embodiment, how you're going to go about doing all of this, moving through this phase and cycle, you get the moon. You have some really powerful, like Leo powerful, oh, there he goes. Leo powerful, subconscious, strong energies here. Now, that can, on the one hand, that could encompass imagination, a beautiful, brilliant imagination that can just create some of the most amazing, colorful, beautiful things. And on the other hand, it can lead into fear and illusion if we're not taking a look at that. Can't wait for clarifiers on that one either. I'm getting the chills here, Leo. You gave me the itchy nose and the chills. So in your allies and support, you get the Ace of Cups. It's very interesting. Saggy had, I think, the Ace of Cups show up here too. And I think there was another sign even. Oh gosh, it feels like a requirement. It feels like a primal need here at this time is to be in an environment and around people that fill your cup. These are people that are generous, that want to give to you, that are coming to you in a supportive way, that are gifting you with their time, their energy, with money, with a place to live, with something like that. Someone's coming forward. These are the energies you want around you. They're affirmative, creative. They support your creativity. They are new, fresh feeling. They make you feel new and fresh and alive. In your environment, see, and this is why the support around you is so important, because in your environment you have the Eight of Swords. This is the trap where at times you can become your own worst enemy. It usually has to do with thought forms. You had the moon in the subconscious energies, but in your place of embodiment. So I'm wondering if through this big change that you're going through, if you're not beginning to call back orphaned aspects of yourself into your heart to overcome some of the ways that you have felt locked down or imprisoned or made small, made to be felt, somebody made you feel small, or a situation or a circumstance made you feel small. So there may be some things coming in here, coming up, coming out, reuniting, integrating. Oh boy, yeah. Woo! Get the burping energy. In your hopes and fears, you have the Two of Pentacles. On the one hand, I think you can kind of feel like you're kind of lost. Oh, he wants backup. Come here, boo-boo. There you go. This is a nice silk pillow. He's not spoiled at all. He gets to lay on Mama's silk pillow while we do readings. The Two of Pentacles, this is about at times feeling like hard to make a decision, a little confused. Which way do I go? How do I turn? What should I do? But it also is about flexibility. There's actually an octopus pictured here. So being adaptable, being flexible. You want to set your more hopeful energies in that way, and I'll be flexible, I'll be adaptable. And I'm getting, I got something on my glasses here I need to fix, but I'm getting adapt and overcome, because you don't want to fall into like utter confusion. Just be flexible and set your priorities. In the potential outcome, you get the Chariot. This is a Cancerian energy. So birthday wise, a sign that is right before you, that mutable energy that goes along with flexibility and adaptability. And this feeds into your willpower, your determination, your resolve. And it feels like that at the end of this month, you're going to be gaining a certain level of forward momentum and positive type of control over your priorities in your life. Okay. Whew, Leo, this is all up in my solar plexus region, my heart, my back. I'm feeling it. All right. Wheel of Fortune for you, your destiny. Sometimes endings are part of our larger destiny, Leo. You get the Page of Swords and the Death card. Oh. Feels like, Leo, you're coming out of dealing with a person or an energy that was just very immature. It could be somebody you work with. Again, this does not have to be a romantic partner. For some of you, it could be. There's separations and divorce are shown here, or loss. Loss of some kind, could be widowed. But somebody in the situation brought an air of immaturity. It may not have been the person themselves. It could have been somebody, could be a younger child connected to the situation. It could be, you know, a feuding family member or something like that. There's this little, it feels like an irritance, an irritance here. Fortunately, that energy, through what your experience is with that energy, seems to be changing, and we get the Death card here, which is deep, profound transformation. So I don't know if that person or that energy is actually going to shift, but your relationship to that immature energy is shifting. This could be a leveling up within yourself too, where you have matured some of your thoughts, some of your behaviors connected to your thoughts and emotions. You also may look ahead. I am getting, for some of you, looking ahead to Scorpio season, that there's going to be something there for you, or this energy of kind of being free of some of those more immature and annoying energies is going to kind of come to fruition during Scorpio season for you this year. Kind of takes us a little bit past September, but that's okay. Let's look at this 10 of Swords that is your challenge. So this is the pain, and we're going to acknowledge that. It seems like it's inevitable that it's a part of this, because it's going to propel you into the next phase, and it is. Ace of Pentacles and the High Priestess. This challenge that you're facing, the hard part of all of this, the heart that hurts, the thorn in the paw, whatever it is so much a factor of what's going to empower you as you move forward. It's not even funny, because you have the Ace of Pentacles here being offered to the High Priestess. So you are literally going to be investing in the wisdom and the maturity gained through going through this experience. It is going to level you up in ways that are so much more balanced. And it's going to be interesting, because for a lot of you, I feel like the powerful pain and emotions and maybe roller coaster ride that you were on before is going to subside somewhat. And it's going to be a much smoother ride for you, Leo, which is really, really cool. Yay. That gets a yay. Let's look at this Strength card. This is you showing up in your focus. So focusing on yourself, self-focus. You get the Justice card and the Eight of Wands. You know, this gives me the sense of like, you are, as a part of this, you are becoming more of like a no-nonsense kind of lion, okay? There may have been things you tolerated in the past, maybe because they were family members or out of some sort of obligation you had to tolerate things. Now what you're showing me is that as you focus on yourself, you are realizing that your balance, that the truth of if you remaining clear, and if you remain focused and fired up about your own passions and what you can offer the world, they must be valued, or you're just not having it. There's no nonsense about it anymore. This is a really good sign for you, because as you're focusing on this, your vibration and your frequency match has actually changed, or is in the process of changing in this month. And you will no longer attract in that irritability, the immature person or persons or energies, because you've vetted them out of yourself. Let's look at this Lovers in the past, the Two of Cups and the Ten of Swords. Oh yeah. So whether or not you've actually gone through a breakup or a divorce, or you've been widowed recently, there is some sort of love ending. It could be from your past that is affecting your current situation. Okay, so This could have been a love lost. This could have been the one you let get away. For some of you, somebody from the past may be coming up. Somebody that you were romantically involved with, the one that got away. But maybe instead of being, maybe that ending, whatever this ending is that is pertinent to you, could have been fired from your job, something you love to do, something like that. And it was like a painful kind of ending. What you're showing me is that you recognize with this Two of Cups that the lessons from the partnership, what you learned about yourself, were worth the painful end, okay? That they're worth it. And you're bringing that forward into your current situation. For the Seven of Cups, somebody else got this too. I think a double Seven of Cups. You got the Seven of Cups and the Temperance card. And this is in your future energy. So remember I said a lot of possibilities are opening up to you. What the universe is showing here is that you don't have to rush to make a decision. You can be a little bit more strategic. It even looks like maybe, Leo, you may feel like you're going to be rushed into a decision, but it actually looks like you can take a little more time to make sure that you're choosing correctly here. Now if this is relationship speaking, this tells me that you are not going to rush into another romantic situation. If you've just come out of one, you're going to take some time for yourself. You're going to look at all your options. You're going to see what possibilities open to you. You have a lot of, focus on yourself going on here, and your needed focus and what you'll tolerate and what you won't. So there's a lot to vet out there. It does not seem like you are going to have to make any rash decisions. In fact, the universe says just take it slow, work through it, pace, go at pace, go at pace. You don't have to rush. You still will be moving, but don't feel like you're going to be rushed into decisions. I don't see that. I see you having time with choices. Whoa. Ooh, whoa. For the moon. Whew. Leo, you're doubling down. Leo is doubling down on some energies here. You got the Ten of Cups and the moon, to clarify the moon. You are really, really coming to this awareness, okay, that by tending to your subconscious fears and your shadows and paying attention to them, there's no brushing it. When you get a double moon, there's no brushing these things under the rug. And anytime we end a relationship, even if the other side of things was toxic or, a work situation, whatever it is, even if it was toxic, we still have to recognize our part in it. And I see you gaining so much happiness and peace of mind and clarity by embodying the process of shadow work and going through your shadows. It is empowering you so much. I think it's a really important time for you to be seen, your real you, by someone, whether you're working with a mentor. I mentioned this in one of my other readings. I do a very specific and powerful closure process. That might be something you're interested in. You can always email me to find out more on that. You are going through these gates. It's like the black mirror gate in the Neverending Story. And you're really looking at your subconscious. You're starting to see. Your dreams may be very revealing to you. But you understand now, you know that the process of working through the shadows and admitting it and healing it and reintegrating it, transmuting it, all of that alchemical process is so, so important to your ultimate happiness here on this planet. And you're meant to enjoy life. Yes. Leo likes to enjoy. They want to be social. They want to be with their people. They want to be with their pride. This Ace of Cups for you and your allies and support is the Knight of Swords and the Hangman. I don't know why I'm getting this, but like Leo, I'm getting that there's this movement from bitterness or being around people who are bitter and like, pessimism and bitterness and like just complainers. There's that kind of energy. And then around you now is like this sweeter energy. And so like I'm seeing your little Ace of Cups as a little teacup, and I see you putting the sugar cubes in. Like, no, we're going to make this a sweeter experience. And you are hell-bent determined to have a sweeter, more beautiful, more enjoyable, more passionate, more sensual, more engaging life. But engaging in all the ways that make life sweeter, not more bitter. So that tells me with this Hangman here, you're probably going to be letting go of a whole lot of shadow and a whole lot of trauma, and transmuting that and healing it. It feels really good. Let's look at this Eight of Swords in your environment. So this is where you can kind of at times be your own worst enemy. Yeah, you got the Eight of Swords to clarify. The Eight of Swords, Leo is doubling down. And you got the Nine of Cups. So, wow. So, like with the moon, the two moons, you got the Ten of Cups. With the two Eight of Swords, you got the Nine of Cups. This is cool. I really like when signs are like really super clear about their energy. So your greater being is like, listen, in some of the energies that I was in some of dealing with the immature and the bitter people and situations and just icky energy, it really made you feel trapped. And I think there was this part of you that went through recognizing at first that it wasn't you, but you felt trapped around this environment of people or these energies that really were locked down and trapped in their own bitterness. And there was maybe some projection. And you either just took on the projection out of love because you love your people, you love your tribe, it was your responsibility, or you just stayed in something a little too long. And you have a little bit of, you're beating yourself up a little bit about it. And I see you trying to shift that into, no, let me look at what I've accomplished. Let me really look at what I've accomplished here. And I can be proud of some things. And I honestly, if you have any homework that you will do, if you're willing to do some homework as a result of this reading today, it would be really to sit down and write down, since we've got the Nine of Cups, 9 things that you're so proud of about yourself that you've accomplished. And I want you to share it with at least one trusted person. 9 things that you've accomplished, and share it with one trusted person. That will help shift you out of these energies. Okay, for your hopes and fears, you had that Two of Pentacles. This was about adaptability. Remember, the octopus was there. You've got the Five of Cups and the Strength card again, which is in your focus area. The Strength card represents your hopes, okay? Because, and it's not, I hope I'm strong enough. It's your desires. It's what you want out of life. It's what makes you so passionate. And in a way, you're able to tame yourself enough, some of that lion fire, just enough to approach things differently and tackle and attack things differently. It's like you're taking a different path to your prey, and the prey being your goals, right? We've got this Five of Cups here. That's what's sneaking up in your fears, because we know your place of empowerment is working through your shadows. So this is okay. Of course, this is going to sneak up. And this is where being adaptable is really going to come in. Now, for some of you, physical flow movement, if you do yoga flow, ecstatic dancing, swimming, these kind of things that would bring you into a flow energy are going to be really helpful for keeping that fear in a perpetual state of transformation while you work on the big subconscious stuff. Because I feel like this is a little bit smaller. It could affect you physically. It feels very heavy. So you're going to want to do movement that flows. So whatever you can find, dance, yoga, stretching, flow. You want to flow, swimming, flow, float and flow and move in all kinds of ways. All right, that will help with that. And the potential outcome, you had the Chariot, you had that Cancerian energy, the Six of Wands, and the Four of Cups. Sagittarius had some similar feeling energy to you here. This outcome shows me that you aren't just going to take any old thing on offer. You're going to be a little, ooh, excuse me, the burps are coming again. You're going to be a little bit more cautious, which is a Cancerian trait. But also a Cancerian trait is tenacity and trusting your intuition, which is coming in with this Six of Wands. And when you trust your intuition, when you believe in your power to be tenacious and to keep moving, sometimes having to redirect your own path, that's okay. You're taking different paths to your prey. Remember, you will be successful. You will be successful here because you're not just taking, you're going to be a little more cautious than you have in the past. Not in a bad way, but in a more mindful way. So that's really cool energy, Leo. That's really, really big stuff here. Good progress. Leo, let's pull you a card from the Angel Dreams Oracle to close off your reading. Now, I have a little different take on angels than most people. I like to work with angelic energy as more of archetypal energy that's within us, not necessarily external angels. This deck is pretty cool because it's subconscious, which goes a lot with your double moon up there in your place of empowerment and embodiment. Leo, you got daydream, imagination, allow your mind to wander, and quiet time. Daydream, allow your mind to wander, imagination, and quiet time. And this is so beautiful because you've been through a lot here. According to your reading, you've gone through a lot of powerful energies. You are dealing with shadow aspects that most people would shy away from, but you are tackling those because you know that leads to your happiness. And it's going to be beautiful to see how your imagination is sparked as you're healing up the subconscious fears and energies. Your imagination gets sparked and that fire, that Leo fire, gets lit. Leo, that's super cool. I love that. Make sure you get your quiet time. Afford yourself those special places where you can allow your mind to wander and just go into this beautiful place of creative imagination. Leo, thank you so much for joining. I can't wait to see you next time.